Shelli, an it, not a she, stood in a vast wheat field, studying a farmhouse. Overhead, the first rays of the newborn sun caused Shelli's optical receptors to adjust to the changing light as it scanned the area for signs of organic life. While the machine appeared outwardly female, with short blonde hair and feminine curves, a series of circuit board tattoos, stretching from the top of its right temple to midway down its arm, branded it as something other than human. No breath escaped its lips, its breasts never heaved, and its shoulders never slouched. The farm that Shelli was observing was owned by James Barnett and his wife of 7 years, Martha. They had 2 golden retrievers which usually roamed freely, but at 50 yards away, Shelli hadn't detected a single bark. Shelli turned its attention to the gentle breeze brushing its bare arms. 78 degrees, comfortable by human standards. However, the windows were shut, and an air conditioning unit could be heard humming through the walls. Synthetics preferred the cold. Shelli doubted that James Barnett and his wife of 7 years would make it to 8. Movement through the kitchen window revealed an elderly feminine figure with facial markings similar to Shelli's. It was a basic cleaning model, which Shelli had been tracking for 3 days. Raising its right arm, Shelli pointed toward the kitchen. A rhythmic rushing of footsteps and slapping metal approached from behind as a dozen heavily armed Homeland Security agents in riot gear thundered past and toward the house. Shelli trailed them, keeping its distance. It was merely the tracker. Its masters handled the extermination. Still, Shelli watched events unfold through various windows. Inside, the maintenance model, Roberta, had cleaned the farmhouse from top to bottom. Not a speck of dust was to be seen, not even by Shelli's enhanced sensors, which could detect dirt and grime at a near-molecular level. Roberta smiled with pride at all that it had accomplished in such a short period. A second later, the back door exploded in a hail of bullets. While Roberta appeared old and frail, it was nothing of the sort. Moving faster than the human eye could register, it tore the rifles away from the first 2 men as they entered, snapping their necks before they'd taken more than a single step. More agents flooded in from the adjacent living room, firing short bursts that tore into Roberta's plastic flesh and splattered the floor with yellow blood. The machine didn't feel any pain as it dashed up the wall to avoid the gunfire and then descended with lethal ferocity, pummeling the agents' skulls through their armored helmets. In less than 7 seconds, 4 men had fallen dead. Near the entrance, Shelli watched as Roberta paused, taking stock of its injuries. Shivering with muscle spasms, Roberta's vital systems appeared to be shutting down. With a crash, 6 more agents rushed in through windows. Roberta's synthetic eyes gleamed, turning this way and that in search of an escape route. There wasn't one. Shelli had planned accordingly. Remaining outside the doorway, it watched as Roberta was cut down in a hail of gunfire. The bullets tore through walls and the house's structure. Planks of wood fell aside, glass shattered outward, and the roof sagged as the foundation's beams were fractured. Then, silence. A moment later, an agent gave the all-clear. Shelli entered through a broken door frame, careful not to cut itself on the jagged edges. Swaths of red and yellow blood painted the room. At Shelli's feet, what remained of Roberta's broken body lay in a clump of metal and plastic. Shelli made certain not to flinch. While most synthetics were designed with approximated emotions to better serve their master's needs, Shelli had been given further enhancements, including the ability to, as humans said, follow a hunch.